I really had an interest in storytelling and telling a narrative through my work. That's what drew me into animation as a whole. Hi, my name is Eugene Gong. My pronouns are she, hers. I'm currently a junior animation student. I also minor in art history at Syracuse University. Well, I think a lot of it comes from my childhood, actually. A lot of the important female figures in my life are all fashion designers. My aunt, who also taught me like fine art. So all of those people together, and including just an appreciation for art, has led me to pursue an actual career in it. You know, not to sound like self-important, but I always knew I had a talent for art because I took art classes throughout my life. When I got into high school, I realized like the only constant in my life was art, and it's something I genuinely enjoyed doing rather than dreading every day. And it was something I felt myself committing to for a long time, as of right now. I think animation is such a small but growing industry, and I feel like there's a lot of excitement over there than, let's say, design or illustration. So interestingly enough, I'm at a place where I feel like I'm an illustrator in an animation major. So currently I freelance illustrate for the Meredith Corporation, the Foundry. Meredith is a media conglomerate. They own like a couple of magazines and stuff. But the Foundry is kind of their art direction and their marketing team, and I do a lot of illustrations for them. It's just so awesome to be in a space where a publishing company or like a media conglomerate is pursuing 3D animation, 2D animation, and I find it like very interesting because New York City is traditionally a very like print heavy place, but they're pursuing more areas, which I think is fun to be a part of. The animation industry is super small, like everyone knows each other, and it's also fairly new. Like it really only started in like the 80s or 90s, and unfortunately it's been dominated by certain stories and certain narratives. Like for example, it's well known that Walt Disney actively did not employ POC. He really gated a lot of POC stories and employees and artists, and I feel that that practice has unfortunately still continued to this day. And as someone who's Asian American, I just hope that more and more we actively try to create more narratives and create more pockets of opportunities for those who are underrepresented. Similar to the industry, like animation here at SU is super, like it's really young. I think it only started in the 90s as well. And because of that, I feel that there are so many limited resources given to us. So I wanted to bring those resources here at SU that we might not have, or we don't have that much of compared to other colleges. And I also felt it was really important to, again, find representation within animation. There are so little creatives in animation that are either they identify as female, or they're part of the LGBT plus QIA plus community, or they're POC. As for myself, I feel that I just have to keep on going and keep pursuing and pushing for, again, more representation in not only my field, but also I feel like in art in general. Design and illustration. A lot of the masters have always been white males and always been, US centric, and I feel like there's so many artists out there that deserve more, spotlight. So.